Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm showing off my plant collection because I'm a proud mama. I've tried to include as much information as possible, so I hope you enjoy this. So around my room I have so many pots of aloe vera. I have two babies that are like cut-ins from the bigger mother aloe vera. And aloe is so easy to look after, kind of just water it here and there and place it in direct sunlight and it'll pretty much take care of itself. So ivy is another super easy houseplant. With ivy you can clone the plant by taking like a cut-in and planting it straight away. I do this to make it look thicker on the top, but sadly my ivy is looking a bit worse for wears as I went on holiday and it wasn't watered, so some vines have died, but usually it's a lot fuller. So this medallion was one of my first big plants, and I remember being so worried about keeping it alive, but really it's so simple. At the moment it's grown a few new leaves, which are these round things right there. I don't place it in direct sunlight, I feel like it doesn't like it, and it's a must to keep the soil moist at all times, otherwise it'll start drooping. As well as it being really easy to keep, the colour is so beautiful. So this is probably one of my favourite succulents. It's simple looking but so pretty, and I water it around every other week, and I'm still yet to find a pot for it, but the plate that it's on underneath is from Tiger. Onto my DIY plant holders, and I've got a few tiny succulents in them, all of which I made sure were minimal water succulents, as getting inside the pot or the holder to water the plants is quite hard. And so this one is a baby rubber tree. It's so good for purifying air. So I placed it right near to my bed, near the headboard, and I tell myself that it's good for the air while I sleep, but I'm probably just making that up. So starting off my windowsill collection, this trio of pots came from IKEA, and it was the first cacti and succulents I purchased. 2 years later and they're still going strong, woohoo! So for these I place them right on the windowsill, and I only give them a few drops of water every other week. It's just because the cacti, they don't need much. With all my cacti I just place them on a south facing window and water them every other week. Right next to the trio I also have another small cactus. This one bloomed around about a month ago and it had really pretty flowers on it. So this cacti looks really scrawny, but it has a backstory. Around about Christmas time last year, when I worked in a restaurant, a customer left it behind, and then in April I found it right at the back of a storage cupboard, and I was like, oh my god, I remember this, and just rescued it, and now it's mine. So another favourite of mine is the Chinese fan palm. At the moment it's grown a few new leaves and it's so pretty, and again so easy to look after. This needs sunlight, so again I place it on the windowsill, and it also needs watering a fair bit, so once a week. When I brought this cacti it was just about to bloom, and since then it hasn't bloomed at all, which I'm really disappointed about. But when it does flower, it's really bright pink flowers at the top, but hopefully one day it will bloom again. I don't know whether it's just the setting that I've put it in, so I might try and change it around. So this succulent caught my eye because of the colouring. I love how it fades from red to green, and it's quite different from all my other succulents as well, but it's also a lot harder to keep alive than the rest of my succulents, as this needs a bit more watering, and if you touch the bubble things a bit too much they do fall off. So this lanky looking succulent isn't supposed to look like this. I only found out while searching for its name for this video. Supposedly it's searching for sunlight, but I find that hard to believe because it's placed on a south facing windowsill, so yeah, maybe avoid this succulent. So I love this little guy. It takes up the whole space of the pot, and it's been like this for 2 years or so it doesn't need repotting at all, and it just looks so cool. I really wish I knew the name of this plant. I purchased it whilst in Maastricht, and I believe it's not a cacti or a succulent, so it's something a little bit different from the rest of my plants. And at the moment it's flowering these little things at the top. So I'm back at it again with the cacti. And I feel as if these are the standard cacti. They're so stereotypical that I had to have one of them. So this one is my cactus foot. I thought it looked just a bit fun and interesting. It's just grown its 4th toe, which is really exciting. And whenever my plants have babies or they grow a bit, I always feel like a really proud parent. Is that a little weird? I don't know. And this one is my smallest and newest cacti, so it's the new one to the family, and it's just so tiny I couldn't say no to it. And onto another cacti. I literally just feel like I'm running out of things to say about cacti now. This plant is another one I've had for quite some time. It's grown so many babies and I really should be repotting it, but right now it's flowering and the flowers are really weird. They just grow up and keep going. I keep it in direct sunlight and just water it once a week. And last but not least is my first ever plant. Most people call it a weed, but I have like a soft spot for it because it was my first ever plant. I cloned it actually in year 8 science class, and it's been with me ever since then. So those are all my plants. All of them are such low maintenance, especially the cacti, as they really do look after themselves. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below telling me what one was your favourite. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!